crank her up a little bit?
No, it's cranked up.
They're going to go in and put special new uniforms on just for this game.
They are?
Yeah, they're going to switch jerseys, come out, be all fired up. See,
okay, we got the band.
Central crowd doesn't know it's 7 o'clock game either.
Last week you wanted to play it because we didn't have a band here.
I know when they do it.
There's a flag.
No.
Oh man, that wasn't very good. Hope we play better in the band, but
no banner.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brandon Valley High School and to South Dakota High School AAA High School Playoffs. The schools participating in this event are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association and have adopted the rules under which this game is being conducted. A strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship are all vital to the success of this football game. The Activities Association and their lead partners, Sanford Health, their financial partner, Dakota Bank, their community partner, Farmers Union Insurance, their military partner, South Dakota Army National Guard, and proud corporate sponsor, Billing Automotive, appreciate your recognition of the values being taught at this educational event. We have the potential for a great game. Let's make it happen with your positive support. Tonight's game, a first-round playoff game, features our guests this evening, the 6th seed, the Cobblers from Rapid City Central High School, against the 3 seed, our Brandon Valley Lynx. Let's meet the cheerleaders for the Cobblers. Navaja Agarello, Bella Canyon, Kyla Doreen, Emma Easton, Kelly Farringer, Haley Hillestead, Maggie Nelson, Olivia Trask, and cheer coach Pam Junate. Now let's meet the defensive starters for the Cobblers. At defensive end, number 40, a 5'10", 225-pound junior, Riley LeBeau. At 1 defensive tackle, number 71, a 6'1", 250-pound senior, Trevor Getty. At nose tackle, number 63, a 5'9", 210-pound senior, Nico Smith. At defensive end, number 90, a 6', 260-pound senior, Logan Hill. At outside linebacker, number 6, a 5'9", 175-pound senior, Tate Rimmers. At middle linebacker, number 14, a 5'9", 160-pound junior, Aaron Iverson. At outside linebacker, number 44, a 6'5", 200-pound senior, Keenan McKnight. At linebacker, number 12, a 5'8", 150-pound senior, Brady Freeland. At cornerback, number 38, a 6'1", 165-pound senior, Tejan Rogers. At the other cornerback, number 7, a 6', 155-pound junior, Nate Bledsoe. And at safety, number 2, a 5'6", 160-pound senior, Tyler Liebig. Assistant coaches for the Cobblers, Jeremy McKnight, Marshall Uslan, Walt Dansby III, Nick Allen, Kevin McKnight, Corey Graper, Jeff Wimp, Lance Pearson, Heath Harding, and Mike Hagan. Head coach Eric Iverson. Let's meet our Brandon Valley cheerleaders. Amari Allen, Bailey Harvey, Helena Hendrick, Maddie Notes, Anna Nuss, Brittany Ryder, Lauren Ruhlman, Emily Went, Reagan Bly, Josie Bowers, Grace Hansen, and cheer coach Katie Lane. Let's meet the offensive starters for our Brandon Valley Lynx. At tight end number 11, a 6'3", 200-pound senior, Cole Siegfried. At center number 56, a 6'1", 280-pound senior, Jack Harbison. At left tackle number 67, a 6'2", 250-pound junior, Jared Vanderbush. At right tackle number 72, a 6'4", 270-pound junior, Zach Rogo. At left guard number 71, a 6', 250-pound junior, Zach Bennett. At right guard number 75, a 6'2", 255-pound senior, Quinn Grody. At wide receiver number 6, a 6'1", 175-pound junior, Ty McCann. At the other wide receiver number 83, a 6'3", 195-pound senior, Carter Althoff. At fullback number 30, a 5'10", 200-pound senior, Andrew Hansen. At running back number 2, a 6'3", 190-pound junior, Jesse Steffel. And at quarterback number 10, a 6'2", 180-pound junior, Thomas Skolton. Assistant coaches for the Lynx, Kent Anderson, Jason Bisbee, Dylan Priest, Matt Christensen, Tim Sillianson, Mike Zerr. Volunteer assistants, Jeremy Risty, Darian Smith, and Mark Statham. Head coach of the Lynx, Mr. Chad Garrow. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? The presentation of our colors are being performed tonight by the color guard members of the Brandon VFW Post 4726, Brandon American Legion Post 318, and the Valley Springs American Legion Post 131. God bless our veterans and active military and all they do for our nation and our local communities. Proper etiquette is to remove all headwear, face the flag, and put your hand over your heart. Active duty military personnel or veterans not in uniform may salute the flag. Playing our national anthem will be the Brandon Valley Trumpet Line under the direction of Drum Major Emily Hensley. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Thank you. Your officials for tonight's game are the referee is Darren Berg, umpire Scott Boyens, head linesman Chad Gordon, line judge Mike Mutter, and the back judge this evening is Dave Brown. These officials are licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and have been assigned this contest by the South Dakota High School Activities Association.
Just the student athletes and the coaching staffs and everything. Your hand goes out to them, because to have a home playoff game and playoff week 1 is huge. It's really huge, because we don't know what's going to happen in the other games, and hopefully we have another one after a victory today. But you're right. Defensively, the Lynx have been outstanding 95% of the year. Okay? Mm-hmm. But that year's gone. All right? It's a new season. That's what playoffs are.
Yep.
It's you build in the regular season, you build your ticket into the playoffs. And they're the number 3 seed. They earned that 3 seed by knocking off O'Gorman 40-15 last week, which was a huge, I don't know if it was such an upset. Was it a little bit of a surprise? Okay? There's 2 different things in an upset and a surprise. You and I and majority of our fans and people that are listening tonight knew this Lynx team's very powerful, especially at home. And we knew we could play with them, and we did. And
we didn't just play with them, my friend.
Right. But, and we can say whatever. A lot of people have talked to me leading up to this game, and O'Gorman just didn't show up and whatever. But, hey, it was a 25-point victory. Hats off to the Lynx. But now you start all over. It's 0-0. And now it's 1-game elimination. And you gotta earn that victory. And it starts tonight. And we're about to get that kickoff.
Lynx win the toss. They will receive. Generally not a huge fan of when you win the toss to receive. But I like this strategy because it's going to give the Lynx defense an opportunity not only to sit a spell, but if the Lynx are able to get on the board early, that's going to take some pressure off the defense, let them pin their ears back, and just go. So rarely, I almost never like to receive to start the game, but I do like this decision tonight. The Cobblers and the Lynx playoff football on a Thursday evening. A 6 o'clock start. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Crowd is filing in as Rasby is going to kick it off, and actually it's Tate Remmers kicking it off, and this is a short kick, and it is returned by Brandon Valley. A nice return for Muchkanaus. He's all the way out to the 37-yard line in front of a line of Lynx special teamers, and here comes Tommy Skolton and the offense. Tommy has played great pretty much all season, but especially in the second half.
Yeah, the second half of the season has been tremendous for Tommy Skolton, but it's all about that offensive line. And, we talk about winning the line of scrimmage and those running backs. Right now we have a 2-headed monster rolling into the playoffs. Let's see how it works tonight.
Althoff is the only wide receiver. He's at the bottom of your screen, and on first down they are going to go a play fake here. And Skolton's going to go deep for Althoff on play 1. It is incomplete, flag. Looked like the ball might have been uncatchable, but regardless, it was a few steps ahead of him, but there's no doubt that the defender for Rapid City Central made contact while the ball was in the air, so the Lynx will get a first down.
Yeah, and that's what that coaching staff across the field wants, is an uncatchable ball. He's sitting there talking to the sideline judge and saying it's uncatchable. Well, Kyle, you just said it looked like that, but hey, they're gonna throw it the way they want to throw it, and here it is.
Could that also have been like a holding penalty? Could they have called holding on that instead, or is that straight PIP? Holding's usually more at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So what would happen on that? That's a 5-yard penalty, but it was truly it's a pass interference.
Lynx are already plus side of the field in Rapid City Central's territory. Here is Jesse Steffel, right side. Steffel across the 30. And this running game keeps on chugging along. Tate Johnson had a monster game. Jesse Steffel almost got overshadowed because he had a great game, too, against O'Gorman. Running game was awesome last week.
Yeah, it's become, like we talked about just a minute ago, is that it's become a two-headed monster, okay? You're going to feed these two, and that is your offense. Tommy's going to play off that running game, and that's what he needs to do tonight.
1st and 10 from the 30. This time it is Johnson. And Johnson, the last time he carried the football, it was a 54-yard run, but this is a handoff to the right side for a first down.
Tackle made by Tyler Liebig.
As Liebig makes the tackle for Rapid City Central, Lynx marching down early.
Well, hey, go to your strength. I mean, we talk about Tommy being spectacular,
Yep.
really good in the second half, but, man, it is all about that running game.
Another first down for the Lynx. Tommy almost dropped the snap. Now he's going to roll, and he's going to run. And he gets a gain of a couple on that play.
And that's what we talk about. So folks that have followed this team all year and just aren't appearing in the playoffs because the Lynx are in the playoffs, and there may be some. And, hey, hats off to you. You're here. But the maturity of Tommy Skolton going from the first half to the second half of the season is now he's if he doesn't find his receiver, okay, he's just going to tuck and run and use those legs, and that's what he needs to do.
And he's smart because he went down to he did take a hit, but he went down to the turf. So not trying to do too much. Here is Jesse Steffel. He's doing a lot, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Brandon Valley Lynx. Jesse Steffel from 18 yards out, and the Brandon Valley Lynx take an early 6-0 lead, just like last week.
And that's all about the play action, too, okay? Great call. Play one to go deep, make the safety stay high, whatever, make everybody make sure that they're looking for it, okay? And then you come off the play action. Play action is going to be amazing tonight because we're running the ball so well early.
Telling Houston to hold Jory Sorensen. That was a low snap, but it is good. Sorensen knocks it through. 7-0 Brandon Valley. Leadership you can believe in. Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in South Dakota. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. So 7-0, Brandon Valley.
Your Lynx TV sponsors are the Harry Buck team at Hegg Realtors, Alliance Communications, the First National Bank of Brandon, the Pizza Ranch of Brandon, the Brandon Community Foundation, Brandon Valley Journal, Brandon Taco John's, McKinney Olson Insurance, the Brandon Valley Area Chamber of Commerce, Shoneman Construction, and the Brandon Valley Athletic Boosters Club. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Interesting formation. They're all the way on the right hash here to kick it off. And they kick it. Oh, that's going to go out of bounds. So the Cobblers are going to get good field position here. Down 7-0.
Yeah, and that's not what you want. And that's okay. Hey, just shake it off. Okay.
It's a good strategy, though.
I heard. Well, and if they have a tremendous return game, absolutely.
Yeah.
But we don't know that, and so make them earn it. And but now they start at the 35, gives them decent field position coming out, and man, they are a big line up front, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Jeremy Weedman, Aaron Iverson, and Tyler Remmers are the guys to keep an eye on because all of them could get the handoff. And actually, we've got a false start here against Rapid City Central to begin their drive. This is almost like a wing offense where people are moving and sliding and they run the option. They can hand it off to any which way.
A lot of jet motion, and I expect number 8's going to run the ball quite a bit tonight.
Yep.
That would be, and that's their quarterback. And
Cole Beesman?
Yeah, you got to spy him all game, and we'll see how they do.
So you see at the bottom of your screen there, that is number 6, Tate Remmers, as well as number 34, Jeremy Weedman. And Weedman's going to come in motion. And he is going to get the handoff, swing to the right side, and it didn't work this time as The Lynx defense is there to shut it down behind the line of scrimmage.
And against the Lynx defense, you're going to have to throw the ball because I don't know how we rate, and I'm talking about our run defense, okay? But we have to be way up on the top. I mean, close to the top, if not first, because we saw last week O'Gorman tried to run the ball, and it wasn't even there.
Nope. So Meesman from the shotgun again. And that's going to be the MO here. And this time it's a pass to the right side. Nice throw, caught on the right side by number 81, Wyatt Jungcloss. And that's going to be a nice gain on second down. That's going to bring up a very manageable third down. Johnson on the tackle, Caden Johnson. It will be third down.
Bring up a third down and 7 for the Cobblers.
All right, big third down to open the game. You establish your field position already. We know it's 8:56 to go in the first quarter, but establish it right now, and this is how you do it.
So third and about 7. Play fake. Meesman over the middle. It's dropped right in the hands of number 14, Iverson. And that'll bring up a fourth down. Lynx get the stop. Exactly what we talked about them receiving the football. Get a score, get a stop. Lynx get the ball right back.
And so number 8 stays on the field. I don't know if he's their punter, too. The quarterback, we'll see. That'll confuse a little bit if they're going to go for it or not. But he is staying on the field. And he is the up back. That's what they call it. So a fake can come out of that at any time. You got to be honest as your punt return team.
Mooch Knaus. Don't touch it. Don't you touch that. And down at the 19-yard line. So the Lynx will get the ball here as we start the second drive for the Brandon Valley Lynx, already up 7-0.
Yeah, and the Harry Buck team at Hague Realtors are the people to call in the Brandon Valley area for all your real estate needs. Just call Harry at 605-366-0221 or just go to harrybuck.com to learn more about available properties in the area.
Cilliuson wide left. That's Althoff and Siegfried on the right side of the line, and hits the handoff to Johnson. And Johnson with a nice run across the 30 down to the 33-yard line. And looked like Remmers on the tackle.
We'll see when they start committing their safeties up to stop the run. It's going to open up the passing game wide. Once they start doing that, they're going to have to do it because otherwise we're going to gain 600 yards on the ground tonight. So they're going to have to commit at some point, and they already are. They're going to have a single safety up. Actually, they're stacking the box with about 9.
Well, that's Hansen in motion, and they're going to try it again, and it's Johnson, and this time he was tackled, but it was still a decent run. Number 14, Aaron Iverson, and Brady Freeland on the tackle.
So number 2 is the single safety high for the Cobblers. As what we talk about, folks, inside a defensive box, so you got your 4 linemen, and then it looks like they have 4 linebackers, and they're bringing this. If we don't spread it so much, they're going to bring the other corner in.
Boy, they're all at the line of scrimmage. Play fake, pressure. Pass caught by Siegfried, and Siegfried is to midfield. And that's interesting what you're talking about, Ken. First down, Brandon Valley. If you get men in the box, if you go play action, Tommy's going to have a guy in his face almost all the time if they got 8 men in the box and they're throwing. But that's going to leave some lanes wide open for some very athletic, fast receivers.
Right. If you're going to put so many in the box, you better bring at least 5. At least 5 guys, maybe 6, and pick your poison on it and hope they don't shoot the gap because otherwise it's going to be a touchdown.
Jesse Steffel right side to the 40. He was taken down by Liebig. And it looked like Olsen was in the mix there for Rapid City Central.
And so they got a big nose tackle in number 90. And he is
Logan Hill.
Logan Hill. And they really go into a 3-man line, like a 3-4. You're going to call it a 3-5. but he's the key. If you take care of that nose tackle in that 3-4 defense, he'll take care of everything.
Here is Johnson, and he's got room with a first down, pushes away a Rapid City defender, and he is down to the 22-yard line. Another excellent run by the Brandon Valley Lynx as the tackle was made by Freeland.
And you always want to see that nose tackle in that 3-4 defense ending up on the ground. I mean, not hurt, obviously, but on the ground. And he was the last one to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that means that your guards and center are taking care of him.
Midway through the first quarter, Kyle Roque, Ken McCune here on the call on this Thursday evening. Skolton from the gun, 3 wide receivers. He is going to throw. Dumps it over the middle. Pass is caught by Silliason, and he almost gets into the end zone, but a touchdown-saving tackle by Tate Remmers. But a nice catch and run by Silliason. First down.
It's really, I just said it, pick your poison, because that defense is, if you get above the linebackers, and linebackers are all coming up on the play fake.
Yeah.
They're all play action. So they're run support, and it's all man coverage beyond that. And you're going to have, if you're running crossing patterns behind the linebackers, you're going to be wide open all day.
First and goal from the 1. Tommy's in charge. Steffel's in the backfield. They give it to him to the right side. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown. Brandon Valley Lynx, Jesse Steffel scores. And the Lynx have opened up a 2-touchdown lead midway through the first quarter.
The extra point about to happen, and we're going to read this to you. Make it special. It's the kid in the grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game. It's the accountants, salesmen, and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee. It's the cashier at the corner convenience store, or who wears school colors on every game day. What makes high school sports here in South Dakota so special, they do, you do, we all do. This message is presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, thank you very much, Ken. We'll get some more of those in the second quarter. I just found out some very interesting information. We are live right now at 212. They have our broadcast up and running, so if anybody's watching at 212, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. And what should hopefully be a great game. The Lynx already up 14-0 over Rapid City Central.
Big opening game for your Brandon Valley Lynx as this home field presents itself, and that's what the win does last week. Is it assures you a home playoff game, and that's huge, and that's what we're seeing tonight. And we're seeing a heavy dose of the run game that's opening up the passing game, and they're bouncing off each other.
This is a nice kick by Sorensen. Much better. This is going to be a return here by Weedman, and he is absolutely destroyed inside the 15-yard line.
And Alliance Communications is a leading internet, cable TV, and phone provider in the Brandon Valley area. Alliance customers have access to 100% fiber to home, which puts them light years ahead of most households throughout the country. We are proud sponsors of Lynx TV.
This is dangerous territory, already down 14-0 if you're Rapid City Central, because you're a team that runs a wing T offense. You're a team that likes to run the football, but all of a sudden you got to be in a passing sense here. Start possibly throwing a little bit more. Here's a direct snap to the right side and a nice run, in fact, close to a first down, and even might be Weedman.
Well, the defensive staff and Coach Christensen, and a lot of you know him, he's I hear a spectacular teacher.
Yeah.
You would know.
Best one I've ever had.
And
one of them, at least.
But what happens there is your defensive end commits too much to the inside. He's got to stay at home, especially if they're going to try to get wide on every play, and that's where we've seen most of their runs. I think both of their runs, wide sweeps.
Meesman on a direct snap. He is going to be gobbled up in the backfield by Noah Hofer, and that's going to bring up a third down. And running up the middle against this Lynx defense is generally not a great idea.
And both teams, and we saw a little bit of passing by Brandon Valley, and we've seen some completions there too. But here's the thing. That clock is just going to keep on boiling. If you're keeping it on the ground, we only have 4:20 to go in the first quarter.
Nice. Tate Remmers in the backfield with Meesman. Play fake. Meesman in trouble. Down he goes. Hofer was there, and so I believe was Isaiah Campbell. That'll bring up another 4th down, and this Lynx defensive train just keeps on chugging.
And I believe Rapid City Central, they came in with 3 straight wins to get the 6th seed. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So hats off to the Brandon Valley defense, and it all starts up front. It does. That offensive line, let's give credit. You know, Jesse Steffels scored 2 touchdowns, and we've seen some passing yards. But the offensive line is doing a tremendous job. And then flip the other side. The defensive line, I'm telling you just can't run on them, and it forces teams to be one-dimensional.
Yeah. Well, we got just tons of confusion here on the field. I think we got a penalty marker as well. Maybe there was just a timeout. We'll check to be sure. Yep, it's going to be a timeout for Rapid City Central. At the First National Bank, our student checking account is perfect for those 25 and younger. It provides convenient access to tools like e-alerts and mobile banking while on the go. We are proud supporters of all things Brandon, including the new baseball complex, the First National Bank Field at Aspen Park. The Pizza Ranch are proud supporters of Brandon Valley activities and the finest pizza in town. Bring your family for our buffet before the game or order our delicious roasted chicken or pizza afterwards. Call 582-6322, and we will deliver to your doorstep, tailgater, or wherever you are in town. Go Lynx.
So we got somewhat of an update that the 4 o'clock game that's happened or is happening at Howard Wood Field, the number 1 seed Roosevelt versus Aberdeen Central, the number 8 seed. And
Upset City.
Well, I heard it's a little bit of a blowout by Roosevelt. And so, yeah. There's a lot of wishing.
Sorry to let everybody down, but that's kind of what I've done for 25 years now. Short punt. Mooch Knaus, fair catch, 42-yard line.
Smart play by Muchkenhaus as he fair catches it. Great field position. Look at this field position. And so the Pizza Ranch, Brandon, we're at the Brandon Community Foundation.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I was
checking the score of that Roosevelt game. Sorry. The Brandon Community Foundation is a permanent charitable endowment that supports activities that improve the quality of life for all ages in Brandon and Valley Springs. For more information, go to our website at brandoncf.org.
And a rare overthrow. That one sailed just a little bit too high for McCann. And that'll bring up a 2nd down. And boy, we saw that a few times early in the season from Tommy. Hasn't happened much since. But I think maybe just got a little too antsy there with an open wide receiver.
Well, sometimes you think you can complete every throw, and what we've seen so far and from last game to this game is that he will use his legs if they're not open.
Hansen gets into the backfield now. Play fake. Tommy, he's pressured, and down he goes. Sacked on the play by Keenan McKnight, who is a senior defensive lineman. And this field position has all of a sudden gone pear-shaped. The Lynx are back at midfield.
And don't think you got the game in hand, okay? Stay true to what you're doing well, okay? The pass is going to come off the run, the play, that play action. And that's what holds linebackers, that's what holds defensive ends from committing so much. If they know you're going to throw and you're in the position to throw, they're going to tee off on you.
Lynx are backed up all the way to Valley Springs. Pass over the middle is caught by Althoff. Althoff slips the tackle, and he gets a 1st down. He's down to the 30. Excellent play design and excellent execution by the Lynx. We saw that a few weeks ago against the Roosevelt Rough Riders in the red zone. That led to the Lynx' first points of that game, first and only. That was a great play.
Well, we saw that last week in an opening play against O'Gorman. That it's a trip set, so they'll bring 3 receivers down close to us to your TV screen on the bottom of your TV screen. Lynx sideline, and they'll bring that outside receiver, and they'll bring him under a screen underneath the other receivers, and it works beautiful because you use the other receivers to block for him.
Well, they got 3 wide to the right again, and this time they're just going to give it to Jesse, and Steffel stays on his feet to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Brandon Valley Lynx. They finally go back to the running game, and it pays off.
Oh, boy.
20-0 Brandon Valley.
Boy, that offensive line, except for the sack that came a little bit ago in this series, man, that offensive line is playing tremendous, and both things are working, which it's always magic. Offensively, and it's always magic when you have tremendous field position from your defense.
Extra point, Sorensen. Yes. 21-0 Lynx.
And the Brandon Valley Journal is your local news source, covering all 11 Brandon Valley sports every week with stories and photos. You can get all the local news in print and online. If you haven't already subscribed, do it today by calling 605-582-9999. The Brandon Taco John's, sign up for the Taco John's Rewards app on your phone for lots of deals and surprises. We have the new and exciting products to choose from, and it's always made fresh just for you. All of us at Taco John's want to thank you for your business. Go Lynx.
Well, the Lynx with 171 total yards so far, and a lot of it coming on the ground. At Jesse Steffel, 5 carries, 71 yards, 3 touchdowns here in the first quarter. And Tate Johnson, 4 carries for 41 yards. The Lynx are averaging just under 10 yards per rush. We did have a penalty, and I think we're still trying to figure out what that might be. It looked like it was against the Lynx. The Lynx are going to be backed way up here to kick it off, back to the 25. The referees' mics are in postseason shape here, as I don't think it worked. So that's good, I guess. Sorensen to kick it off from the 25, and this was a good kick. And it was returned on the play by Weedman, and Weedman is going to break a couple of tackles, and he is absolutely crushed on that play. And it looked like that was Joel Kolbeck. Ryan Barker was also tripped him up.
All phases of Lynx football tonight is running on all cylinders, and it's huge. I want to give a little bit of shout out to.
Oh, here we go. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, buddy.
The offensive linemen and we'll get their names here, the starting offensive linemen and the starting defensive line, because I think they need to be recognized a little bit, because we don't touch on them much, but we touch on them as a whole, and individually they just play great together.
This is an end-around play on a fake handoff at the beginning. It was faked to Weedman, and Iverson gets the carry. And he heads to the right side for a gain of 3 yards. Tanner Neuenhaus there on the stop. A conglomerate of Neuenhaus fans are down in the stands. Shout out to the student section who's come out in droves. I offered them money before the game and realized I did not have any, which is probably for the best. Here's a keeper by Weedman, and he heads to the right side to the 40, maybe just shy of it. Bring up another third and manageable for Rapid City Central. They haven't been able to do much with that. Neuenhaus again was there for the tackle.
Number 65, Kroenke, and number 50.
Kroenke was in there as well.
I mean, I'm telling you, it's hard. It's so hard to run on this team. And O'Gorman found it out last week, and Rapid City Central is finding it out real quick in the first quarter.
This is a tough matchup for Rapid City. I'll give them that. And Jesse Steffel, possibly with the defensive play of the game so far, as Jeremy Weedman is stuck at the 39-yard line. Maybe a yard on that play. Another fourth down is coming up. And boy, this Lynx defense, can't say enough about it so far. They are playing great. End of the first quarter, the Lynx are up 21-0 over Rapid City Central.
And
Kim?
McKinney Olson Insurance. Steve Tripp and the team at McKinney Olson Insurance is proud supporters of Lynx TV. We are your longtime local insurance agency, I should say, and we will go to the extra mile to gain your trust and give you peace of mind that we have you covered. The Brandon Valley Area Chamber of Commerce is a proud sponsor of Lynx TV. The Chamber of Commerce is dedicated to help speak for and support local businesses. A strong local business community is vital for the positive growth of the Brandon Valley area. So remember, when you buy Brandon, you support all things local. Go Lynx. Shoneman Construction specializes in residential and commercial construction serving the Brandon area for nearly 40 years. They truly are the builders of reputation. Give Stan a call at 605-366-7842 for all your construction needs. And the Brandon Valley Athletic Boosters Club. They are proud supporters of all Brandon Valley athletic programs, including Lynx TV. Go Lynx.
Yeah. Go Lynx. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. So,
Weird guy, man.
21-0, first quarter, start of the second.
Mooch Canal. Oh, this is a fake, and here we go. Pass over the middle. Intercepted. It's picked off. I think that's telling Hewson that's at least his third interception at home. I don't know how many he's had on the road, but he's been a ball hawk. It was picked, and the Lynx are going to have the ball plus side of the field. And before they come back onto the field, we got some scores here. O'Gorman is leading Lincoln 20-0. Pierre is leading Spearfish 21-0. And midway through the second quarter, Sturgis has a 3-0 lead over the Yankton Bucks. Is it Rogow? R-O-G-G-O-W? First and 10 for the Lynx from the 42-yard line. More good field position. Here's Johnson. Johnson shimmies his way across the 40 to the 35, and he's going to be down to the 30. Tackle made by Trevor Getty.
And like I promised, we're going to give a shout-out to that offensive line. It's going to be number 72, Zach Rogo. Number 67, Jared Vanderbush. Number 71, Zach Bennett. Number 56, Jack Harrison. And 75, Quinn Grody. Also, the tight end, Siegfried, is a huge part of that run blocking.
Here is Johnson. Johnson shakes a tackle. Stays on his feet across the 20. Tackled on the play. I believe that might have been Collins. Another nice run for the Lynx. I give it to Tejon Rogers on the tackle. It'll be another first down for the Lynx, who keep gobbling up yards on the ground.
What I like is they're just staying committed to the run. It's working. Put that score out of reach to a point, and then work on a few things. But you have to win the ball game first.
69 yards rushing for Johnson. We got a flag here. This will be, I think, against Rapid City Central. For the Lynx in this game, 13 carries, $134, and 3 scores all on the ground.
And so Jesse Steffel right now with 3 touchdowns. I think you covered that already.
Yep.
Okay. Well, they may try 4 here.
Here's it is for Steffel. Can't quite get around the corner. Pushed out of bounds by Rogers again.
So like we said, we always say the positional players, the highlighted players, if that's what you want to say, and like our wide receivers, running backs, our quarterback. But truly, that's why we're giving recognition to that offensive line.
They deserve it.
They so deserve it. How you win ball games is them. Period. End of story.
Mm-hmm. And they're good looking, very handsome gentlemen as well. Yes. Oh, they are. Here's the handoff to Johnson up the middle. That offensive line pushes the Lynx into the end zone. Touchdown, Brandon Valley Lynx. It's Johnson, his first of the game, and the Lynx lead it 27-0.
And we'll go back to the announcements that we have to read. Leaders we can depend on. Question: when you walk into boardrooms of most successful companies here in South Dakota, who do you meet? The answer is men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports gives us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question: so where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer: high school sports. This message is presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Nice. And if you're wondering why we're reading those, over the last few years when we've had home playoff games, the South Dakota High School Activities Association we're so lucky to have them and our sponsors, especially here in the playoffs, because they say if we read these and we believe in them, we can broadcast these playoff games, which honestly the first year I remember we were surprised that we were even going to go on the air for the playoffs.
Yeah, it was a big question mark.
Yeah, it was. And, we've got to do it for basketball, and we've got to do it for football as Sorensen boots this one away. There will be a return here by Weedman. And Weedman, look out, gets away from one man, and he breaks a tackle, breaks another one, but he doesn't get away from the Lynx special teams for the long. It was Ty McCann out there. Actually, I talked to Brent Decker today, too, just for a moment, and he's got some high expectations for the Lynx boys basketball team. Have to talk to Mark Statham here eventually as well.
And we will be bringing that to you live also, and we've always enjoyed doing that, obviously getting out of the cold and going into the warmness as our window just got shut a little bit, and that's perfect.
Stats boys are cold. Huddle up, boys. My mouth has not stopped moving for 25 years. And Wade Ellis says we know.
And that's going to be a false start on the Cobblers. They just keep on shooting themselves in the foot, not getting any type of momentum, which they need. They need something to spark them a little bit offensively. Obviously, we don't want that, but you gotta give the honesty to your fans that are listening to us, and that's what they need.
Yep, they need a big play to try and get back into this one. It's already 27-0. The Lynx have been getting it done on the ground and with their defense, and also some splashy special teams. 1st and 15. Maceman's going to throw. Fires deep over the middle. Incomplete. Good defense there. As it was number 27, Kolbeck, on the coverage. That'll bring up 2nd and 15, and that is this is exactly what Rapid City Central didn't want to happen. They did not, as a team that predominantly runs the football, now they got to go out and do something they're really not that familiar with. They got to throw, try and get this ball down the field. And against this defensive secondary, that's going to be tough.
Well, and you have to. I mean, you don't have any choice. If they want to continue to run, then run. But you're kind of taken out of the game when it's 27-0.
Taken out of your game plan quickly. Here's an end-around throw. Deep into triple coverage. Picked off. But this won't count. It's intercepted by Tellinghusen. But they are going to flag the Lynx for pass interference as he's ushered out of bounds. But this is going to be a first down for the Lynx, for Rapid City Central, because PI is coming up here against Brandon Valley.
Hey, that's okay. Hey, as long as they're being aggressive back there, let's let them be aggressive. You cannot get down on those DBs right now because they're playing a heck of a ball game, and with there was a little bit of time there because there's going to be holding a little bit when you have that end around pass. Everybody's creeping up a little bit, but hey, let them be aggressive. I love aggressive defenses. that just bring it no matter what and make you, as an offense, adjust to you and you don't adjust to the offense. Always as a defensive coordinator, you want that. You want the offense to adjust to you and you don't adjust to the offense.
And that is Rapid City Central's first down of the game. So far, in about 14 minutes of action, they have exactly 14 yards of total offense. Here's a play fake and a dump over the middle, and it is caught. And it's going to be a first down for Rapid City Central. Their first via a play, an actual play. The other first down was for a penalty, and the pass was completed to Weber.
And I haven't noticed if we're playing a lot of man or we're playing zone. But if we are in a zone there, that's right in the middle of the backer. The backer's got to get a little bit of depth on that. He's got to recognize that it's not a run and get back to his zone, the middle linebacker, because that's where that depth's coming from. That's where that crossing pattern from the tight end's coming from.
First down for Cole Meisman, and it's a direct snap and a handoff up the middle. The snap was taken by Weedman, and it was to Iverson. And Iverson gets a nice run, about 3 yards on that play.
Yeah, and it's just good play calling by the Cobblers there, and I'm giving them a little bit of a shout out here because hey, they're moving the ball a little bit. It's just not always one-sided, and we got to give you the true game, and that's what we're doing tonight. But what they did there is that they're playing with the middle linebacker right now. They want him. They're deciding what they're going to do, and a good quarterback, and I don't know if it's designed by the quarterbacks, I guess, in high school, but as an offensive coordinator, you're going by that middle linebacker and see what depth he gets if he's committing to the run.
Rapid City plus side of the field first time today as that one is tipped at the line of scrimmage, batted down by Noah Hofer. Let's give a quick shout-out to the defensive front as well for Brandon Valley. Parker Reed, Noah Hofer, Tanner Neuenhuis, and Sam Kroenke have been excellent this year.
They have, and hats off to them. That's, we like we told you a little bit ago, we're gonna give props to them because it needs to happen. It just needs to happen. They don't get recognition, but man, does it need to happen.
3rd and 7. And they're going to throw again on the double reverse, and it is picked. Again, this time, no flags. Lynx ball.
It just surprises me from the Cobblers' offenses is that if you're looking at your screen, we'll see when the Lynx go back to defense because they don't spread you out, okay? Everything's packed in by the Cobblers' offense, and we're just flowing. They're only sending on. I think on that pass play there, they only sent 2 receivers out. Well, you got. Everybody knows you're throwing the ball.
Yeah, 3rd and 7, they have to. And the interception was by Joel Kolbeck. First down for the Lynx. And this will be a false start on the Lynx against Ty McCann, who slipped before the ball was snapped.
And the offensive staff, that's right to our right in the booth.
They're not happy.
Well, the walls get kind of beaten up in here a little bit, and we hear a lot of pounding.
Yeah, I have to stand next to the wall, by the way.
Exactly. So, yeah, we need a new sheetrocker. I think Stan Schoeneman can do that, Schoeneman Construction.
Oh, man, is that a good plug. 1st and 15 for the Lynx from the 33. Off the turnover, off the interception by Kolbeck. Tommy's going to throw. And Tommy stays on his feet momentarily. Throw it away, Tommy. He's still up there. Finally throws, and it is incomplete, intended for Cilliuson near the original line of scrimmage.
And here's from a coaching standpoint, if I want to bring that to you, is why you're seeing some pressure here is they've switched from a 3 defensive linemen. If you notice, number 90 now is scooted out. And I don't think he's in the game now because he had to run around everywhere. But that was your nose tackle. Remember, we were talking about that in the first quarter, how to take care of their nose tackle. Now They have him at defensive end. They don't have him now, but they went to a 4-man line now. So they've switched their defense somewhat to try to stop our run.
2nd and 15. Lynx bunch it up. And it is a handoff here to Steffel. Steffel stays on his feet momentarily. This will be a gain of about 4 yards out near the 37.
And since they've switched, we haven't gained a lot of yards on the ground. You saw Jesse when they tried to run that sweep where he bounced it out about the 13-yard line and went for the end zone. He bounced it out there. That four-man line, so how do you combat a four-man line? Is you're going to open up the passing game a little bit and don't let them just tee off.
3rd and 11. 3 wide receiver set for Tommy. He's got time. Going to throw it left. Good throw. Caught very close to a first down. I think he got it. Cilliuson makes the catch. Rasby makes the tackle, but this is going to be a first down for the Lynx. A great throw by Tommy Skolton.
It was, and it was a good out route by Cilliuson, and a good catch, too. Hands off to him. I mean, there was coverage there, but it was just a really good throw, and that picks up a first down. So, like I said, they jumped into from a 3-4, now they're into a 4-4, basically, and our passing game should open up here a little bit because there's not so many in coverage.
Here is Johnson. He's got some room. He cuts it up. He's into the clear, but he's pulled down from behind. A great defensive play and a great offensive play as well to the 20. Looked like that might have been McKnight there on the tackle.
As soon as I say the passing game should open up, all of a sudden our running game just opens up. Hey, that's man. I mean, you got 5 to 6 guys on the offensive line. I'm saying, including the tight end, and that's just bowling people through. And there was a wide open lane there. You could see. I know it's far side of the field, but you could see it.
And the quickness of Johnson helps as well. Jesse Steffel checks back in. He heads right, and he gets inside the 15 to the 10, and he's down near the 8-yard line. Looked like it was Iverson on the stop.
And almost, sometimes you revert back a long time ago to 1985 when the Bears went to they introduced the NFL to a 52 defense. If you're going to just say, okay, we're going to make Tommy throw the ball, you got to jump into you got to almost go into a 52 to stop this, and you got to make sure every lane's covered because right now those lanes are huge.
Steffel's still in there. He's got over 100 yards. He slips on the turf, but he stays on his feet, heads to the right side, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Brandon Valley Lynx. It's Steffel again, his 4th.
I don't know what the record is. Maybe we can figure that out up here because we do have the stats guys in. But that's 4 already. They
believe Peterson has
think
5.
It's 5, and that was probably last year.
It was either Braden Peterson or Nate Mahomes, if I had to guess.
So we'll figure that out for you, but it is a 33-0 ball game.
Or maybe Matt Swenson.
Or, yeah. I wasn't around for Matt Swenson, but sounds
Wade
good.
was. Extra point is good by Sorensen, so 34-0. The Lynx have 204 rushing yards overall. Steffel, 9 carries, 108 yards. Tate Johnson, 8 carries for 102 yards. The Lynx are averaging 10 yards a carry in this first half alone.
But we always talk about how good the Brandon quarterbacks have been throughout the years, and we always talk about that. But hey, so Peterson, and what year was it? It was 2000. It doesn't matter.
State championship.
So yeah, I was going to talk about how we've seen a lot of running backs, good running backs, come through this program. In Trevor Crow.
Yep.
Okay.
Good friend of mine.
Yep. And Peterson obviously playing at Augustana now, and now that you have Johnson and Steffel, I mean, hats off. Yeah, we've had great quarterbacks. Don't get me wrong, but man, we've had some really good running backs too.
I got some bad news for South Dakota high school football teams as well that will be playing the Lynx the next few years. Tate Johnson is a sophomore. Jesse Steffel is a junior. So we're going to see this again next year on the return. it was Weedman, and he can't even get to the 20-yard line. Special teams has also been huge in the second half of the year. This kickoff team has been excellent the last few weeks, and pretty much overall this year.
And so I'm sitting here looking at, okay, I'm thinking, so I'll let you talk a minute here, but
it'll be first down and 10 for the Lynx. Defense, Rapid City Central. Offense on the field.
So offensive line-wise, we have 3 returning offensive linemen, too.
We sure do. We're going to be pounding the rock for years to come. Pass over the middle is tipped and almost intercepted. That one was incomplete. Boy, this Lynx secondary is all over the place. They're
really predictable.
They are.
I mean, the Cobblers right now are, and I'm not going to put down a coaching staff or whatever. We won't do that up here. But they're very, very predictable. They're thrown to the middle of the field almost 99% of the time. And so when you're that predictable on your throws, nothing's open up outside. Now they've put 2 receivers to the outside, and we'll see on their left side. We'll see what they do.
And it's a direct snap to Weedman, who heads to the right side. He's got some speed. He's got a decent run of about 5 yards all the way on the far side of the field. Isaiah Campbell was in pursuit, but it was Tellinghusen that ushered him out of bounds.
And one of our sponsors texted me and said that we have 160, and this was 20 minutes ago, 160 viewers on YouTube. And that's great. We appreciate you watching. And it is a little chilly right now, but and we don't get the numbers for on TV, but I'm sure there's quite a few watching
I'm sure
too.
It's at least in the millions.
I would anticipate.
Well, it might be. Third down, Weedman's throw is caught. Excellent catch for a first down, as the pass was caught by number 85, Liam Porter, his first catch of the game. And that'll bring up a first down for Rapid City Central.
And Cole, how do you say the last name?
Meisman. I've been saying Meisman all day. It's Meisman.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
And he's a pretty good you give him a little bit of time. He's got a pretty good arm on him.
Yeah, and he's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
Big, tall kid, 6'4". Got to get some meat on them bones. Here's a handoff to the right side, and it was Tellinghusen on the tackle. Weedman with another nice run and another first down for Rapid City Central.
So defensively, we know, okay, they're going to run sweeps when they put the 2 receivers out to each side of the ball. So you got to know that defensively, and especially when they're running those sweeps, it depends on your outside linebacker a little bit, but they're trying to get beyond that. So it really goes on your corners on tackling, getting through that block from the wide receiver and coming up and tackling. And also the safety. I think they're bringing the safety down to cover that other wide receiver. And so that's where it's going to come from quite a bit, running those sweeps.
Pressure as the pass to the right side was incomplete. Nobody's home. They're going to throw a flag here as Meisman just threw the ball away, and I believe this will be an intentional grounding penalty because there was nobody home where the pass was thrown. That's a big loss of yardage.
5-yard penalty on the spot of the foul includes loss of down.
So it's a loss of down and a penalty from the spot. That'll push him back all the way to the 30, so it's a 13-yard penalty. That'll bring up second down.
And remember, they're coming in as a 6 seed, okay? And the 6 seed, hey, a lot of 6 seeds, I know in tournaments, in football tournaments or anything, have knocked off some top 3 seeds in their life. And hats off to Brandon Valley right now.
Yeah, the 3-6 has always been tough. And we got another penalty here.
False start, offense, number 56.
And I think that
Second down.
Rapid City Central is headed to Garrettson here. They're getting backed up.
It is a few miles to go. But, hey. So right now, here's what we got. So I will get another update from the scores here pretty soon. But assuming Brandon Valley wins, okay, assuming O'Gorman wins, that rematch from last week is about to happen.
Yeah.
Real
and
quick.
that's the one that's going to matter. That's the one that people are going to remember. 2nd down and 28. Meisman going deep. That's a great throw, wide open, caught, 1st down for Rapid City Central. Great play design and a nice catch. And it's a 1st down for Tajon Rogers. And he somehow slipped through that good Lynx secondary.
Yeah, hey. It's sometimes that those sweeps they're worrying. Their corners are worrying because they're getting out there and all of a sudden you just get snake bitten and he runs right past you, and that's what happened.
Great throw, as we talked about earlier with Meisman.
He's impressive.
He gave him some time, and he's got a lot of room to grow. 1st down and 10. And they're going to hand it off to the right side for Weedman. And that was actually Remmers on the run. My apologies.
And so some of those sweeps that's opening up their passing game a little bit is just stay in your lanes, okay? What we're doing is we're almost your aggressiveness will play a negative to you, okay? Because all of a sudden you won't contain, and that's what the defensive ends, you kind of want to slide them out a little bit here to take care of those sweeps because that's all they have.
Meisman's going deep, right side, picked, intercepted on the play by Caden Johnson. Johnson is tackled at the 33-yard line. And just when we talked about the strong arm of Meisman, he just couldn't quite get it past Johnson. I think he was going for Liam Porter on that play, but it's picked.
Well, you go to the hole one too many times. You know, you're going deep. They know that middle of the field, which they've tried to attack in their passing game, is not working. So that tells the Brandon Valley defense, hey, we got that covered. They're going to try to hit us on the outside, and a great interception.
1st down and 10 for the Lynx as we're nearing halftime. 2 minutes to go. 2:13 on the clock, as you can see on your screen. And they slip this one on the handoff. It's Vegans. Tackled on the play by number 26, Rasby. Haven't heard Vegan's name too much in the running game, but it's a nice little sliver.
Hey, get him some touches. You don't know when he's going to be rushed into a situation where he has to become part of that backfield that's so strong right now.
Second down and 5 from the 39. Lynx trying to tack another one on here before halftime. Here's Steffel up the gut. And he is going to be at midfield. Another nice run. Tyler Liebig on the tackle. It'll be another 1st down.
And one thing about Jesse, we know that he's super aggressive too, and he just wants to run over people. But that cutback lane on the outside, he was running home free if he would have read that safety. And I'm just saying, the maturity of a running back is not. You don't always have to be the aggressor. Is that sometimes just slip out of that run and cut it to the outside.
Lynx are in Rapid City Central territory again. Skolton, great throw, caught. That is a man throw from Skolton to Siegfried. 1st down, Brandon Valley.
And how many times have we talked about, Kyle, how we want so bad to get Siegfried involved in the ball game. We want to get him because I think he can be, especially in these playoffs, a lot of defenses don't watch the tight end so much. They're always watching the receivers and your running backs out of the backfield. I think Siegfried could be a massive get here in the playoffs and use him as a weapon because he can obviously catch the ball.
Here is Johnson to the right side on near the 24-yard line. Let's spot him at the 25.
Because a lot of teams, and everybody has tape, okay? Everybody has Brandon Valley does this and whatever offensively. But you haven't really seen Cole Siegfried a lot in the offense become a weapon. And if they can get that going, boy, teams aren't prepared for it.
And every time we seem to forget about him for a little while, he'll come in and come right up the seam, make a great catch. Tommy's going deep, right side. He's got his man, but it's overthrown, and it is incomplete, intended for Ty McCann. And that'll bring up a third down from the 25-yard line. So the Lynx would like to pick up another first down here because it'd be about a 42-yard attempt with the wind kind of gusting. Not too bad tonight.
And so they want to put points on the board, and even a field goal is okay here, as you just want to get I know that you talk about momentum. We have the momentum. I get it, 34-0. But you just want to go into halftime all positive all the time.
3rd and 6, 20 seconds to go in the first half. Pass out of the backfield is incomplete. The pass was going forward. So it'll bring up a 4th and 6. We'll see what the Lynx decide to do here. And they are going to bring out Sorensen. This would be a 42-yard attempt.
Hey, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that we've won the game by any means, but it's okay to work on it. Maybe I am saying yeah. Well, anyways. So we're working on this. We may need this in the future.
Be nice to get Jory some confidence headed in here. 42-yard attempt, right hash, and this one is blocked. And it'll head into the end zone for a touchback.
So it's almost like a punt, and 8 seconds to go in the first half. 34-0. Your Lynx in the opening round of the 2018 South Dakota 11 AAA playoffs, and we're here. We're live.
Oh yeah, we're live, baby. This ain't no recording.
No, that I'm aware of.
I hope not. Hey, the Harry Buck team at Hague Realtors are the people to call in the Brandon Valley area for all your real estate needs. Call Harry at 605-366-0221, or just go to harrybuck.com to learn more about available properties in your area. Harry and his partners, Miriam Hackler and Susan Anderson, are your hometown team of real estate professionals. They are going to run a play here. It was a direct snap to Weedman, and he is gobbled up in the backfield, and that will end the first half with the Brandon Valley Lynx leading 34-0 thanks to 225 yards on the ground as we head into the half.
And the Alliance Communications is a leading internet, cable TV, and phone provider in the Brandon Valley area. Alliance customers have access to 100% fiber to home, which puts them light years ahead of most households throughout the country. We are proud sponsors of Lynx TV. The First National Bank of Brandon, our student checking account is perfect for those 25 and younger. It provides convenient access to tools like e-alerts and mobile banking. While on the go, we are proud supporters of all things Brandon, including the new baseball complex, the First National Bank Field at Aspen Park. The Pizza Ranch of Brandon are proud supporters of Brandon Valley activities and the finest pizza in town. Bring the family for our buffet before the game or order our delicious boasted chicken or pizza after the game. Call us at 605-582-6322, and we will deliver to your doorstep, tailgater, or wherever you are in town. Go Lynx.
The Brandon Community Foundation is a permanent charitable endowment that supports activities that improve the quality of life for all ages in Brandon and Valley Springs. For more information, go to our website at brandoncf.org. Go Lynx. The Brandon Valley Journal is your local news source covering all 11 Brandon Valley sports every week with stories and photos. You can get all the local news in print and online. If you haven't already, do it. Subscribe. Do it today. 605-582-9999. Taco John's. Sign up for Taco John's Rewards app on your phone for lots of deals and surprises. We have new and exciting products to choose from, and it's always made fresh just for you. All of us at Taco John's want to thank you for your business. Now go Lynx.
McKinney Olson Insurance. Steve Tripp and the team at McKinney Olson Insurance is a proud supporter of Lynx TV. We are your longtime local insurance agency, and we will go the extra mile to gain your trust and give you peace of mind that we have you covered all the time. The Brandon Valley Area Chamber of Commerce is proud sponsor of Lynx TV. The Chamber of Commerce is dedicated to help speak for and support local businesses. A strong local business community is vital for the positive growth of the Brandon Valley area. So remember, when you buy Brandon, You support all things local. Go Lynx. Schoeneman Construction specializes in residential and commercial construction, serving the Brandon area for nearly 40 years. They truly are the builders of reputation. Give Stan a call at 605-366-7842 for all your construction needs. And the Brandon Valley Community Boosters Club are proud supporters of all Brandon Valley athletic programs, including Lynx TV. Go Lynx.
Isn't it amazing, the sacrifice, the dedication, the grit? They really set an example, don't they? No question. Today's high school athletes are truly special. Not the athletes, the officials. Today's student athletes are truly special, but there is something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games too. Like the way they are giving back to their communities. Officiating is a great way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all, we need more qualified high school officials here in South Dakota, and without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you. Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process. We'll have 3 more to read to you in the second half. I think right now we're just going to take a little bit of a short break, and when we come back, we'll break down some of the stats from the first half. The Lynx leading 34-0 over Rapid City Central. We'll be back in just a few moments.
All right, well, welcome back. We took a little bit of break there, and we'll run over some stats for you real quick here as the Lynx on the ground have just been tremendous in the first half, 34-0, and the kickoff's about to happen. But Jesse Steffel, 10 attempts for 120 yards and 4 touchdowns. Tate Johnson, 9 attempts for 106 yards and 1 touchdown. So 5 on the ground total touchdowns, and that's what's your game right now, as Skolton is 5 for 9 for 96 yards passing.
And as you said, second half is underway. This is going to be returned by Weedman, and Weedman once again cannot get to the 20-yard line. Nice open field tackle by Kolbeck, who also has an interception in this game. Boy, you talk about this defense. 86 yards of total offense for Rapid City Central in the first half compared to the Lynx 321, most of it coming on the ground. This has been exactly what the Lynx wanted to do.
And now as you go into the second half, 34-0 ball game, round 1 of the playoffs. I know you're looking to the second round now. And as a coaching staff, you got to start thinking about, how many more points you put up here in the separation and get the second unit in, just in case injuries coming up here.
It is Weedman on the run, but nothing doing. It was Kroenke, and it was Hofer on the tackle. And another loss of yardage. Weedman on the game, 7 carries for 25 yards.
And I really think the game of the opening round of the playoffs in 11 AAA is the one that's happening at Howard Wood right now, is the Washington, the number 4 seed against Watertown, the number 5. I think that's going to be a little bit of a clash, and that'll be pretty good because Roosevelt took care of business and O'Gorman took care of business in the bottom bracket.
Just 22 rushing yards total for Rapid City Central in this game. Meesman throws it over the middle, and it is incomplete. It went through the hands of 2 Rapid City Central wide receivers, number 14 Iverson and number 4 Weber, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 13.
And I think Weedman, I think they have something there for the future. You said he's a sophomore, the quarterback.
Absolutely.
He's got a strong arm. I just don't know if this type of offense fits him, and so we'll see what they do next year as an offense, and maybe they go to kind of a spread with that arm.
Well, here's the big arm again. This one is almost intercepted by Caden Johnson. Again, that would have been a second of the game. It's incomplete. I think you're right, because I think that, and you know the X's and O's. I don't pay as close attention to high school offensive schemes as I once did, but he seems like the type of quarterback where you'd want 4 wide receivers spread out, him in the shotgun. He can move around in the pocket. He's got good athleticism. He can run. He's got a big arm.
And what you do when you spread it out, you make the linebackers cover. You get them out in coverage. You get them wide, and so. When you pack it in like that, everybody's packed in, and it's just so hard to run the ball there. And I really, really, really think, going forward, and it is what it is, it's your choice, but you got to spread it out and let that athleticism, like you said, number 8, the quarterback, take over.
Much Knaus is back. Line drive punt. He's going to get a chance at it. Big block by Steffel. As Much Knaus heads to the right side, he's to the 30, he's to the 20, he's to the 10, he dives for the end zone.
Give it to him.
Touchdown, Brandon Valley Lynx. Mark Much Knaus scores, and the Brandon Valley Lynx take a 40-0 lead here in the third quarter.
And I'm super proud of that kid. I just remember I don't know how many weeks back.
Yeah, against Roosevelt.
Against Roosevelt, when we saw him laying on the ground, and we were all praying that things would turn out well, and they did. And now he scores in the playoffs, and that's just huge. And you can see the sideline just open up. You can see they're all for him, and bam, he just breaks it open, uses his speed, touchdown.
Extra point, no good. Missed it wide to the left. So it's 40-0 Brandon Valley, they just continue to relentlessly on all phases dominate this game as, well, and there's a lot of time left, but I think we're going to start to turn the page here pretty darn soon and worry about next week. The Harry Buck team at Hager. Actually, you know what? Let's wait on those for a second. Let's wait on our sponsors. We do love you. We appreciate you. Very good people. You make it special. It's the kid in grade school who paints her face. We already read that one. Hang on here. This is just brilliant. Television
we'll get
here.
Back here.
Here we go.
There it is.
Why do teenagers play high school sports? My reason why is a sense of purpose. My reason why is to inspire others. One reason student athletes seldom mention is to get an athletic scholarship. They know that only 2% of high school athletes are awarded a sports scholarship. So why do they play? My reason why is friendship. Tell us your reason using the hashtag #MyReasonWhy. The message presented by the NFHS and the South Dakota High School Activities Association.
Perfect.
Yeah. Smooth as silk. Here's the kick. Squib kick returned by Weedman. And Weedman is down at the 29-yard line. Like it was telling Hewson on the tackle.
And he's been banged up a little bit tonight. Saw him come to the sideline earlier. Maybe it's time to just get him a little rest because you're going to need him next week as he's a tremendous defensive back, and we just need him. So get him some rest.
And I would think that pretty soon here there's going to be some other defensive players that are going to be taking a seat. First down, it's a direct snap to Weedman, and he hands it off up the middle to Aaron Iverson. And I'm surprised. We've seen that play several times, and it just hasn't worked. The direct snap to number 34, Jeremy Weedman, and he hands it off to Iverson, and there's just no room. They're just not fooled by it.
Well, in their offensive toolbox, I haven't been paying that close attention, but I would guess maybe they've ran 5 to 6 plays. I mean, I'm not talking total. I'm talking that's what's been in the toolbox so far. That's how different plays. And so when you have that, your defense can tee off.
And they do it again, but this time the handoff goes to number 6, Tate Remmers, and he is gobbled up by Parker Reed.
That's just a great play by Parker Reed as the defensive end. That's what you want on those sweep plays. They're trying to get to the edge as much as they can, and Parker Reed, what he does is just containment. That's what you want out of that defensive end. He's not rushing up the field so much. He's waiting there a little bit and actually engulfing that, so you want to collapse that pocket, and that's what he did and made the running back irrelevant there.
Rapid City Central averaging 1.5 yards per carry in this game. 3rd and 9. Weissman throws, and it's caught. And reaching out for a first down, it's going to be close. The pass was caught by Jungklaus. And he reaches out, but he wasn't even close. It's going to be 4th and 4. And Rapid City Central will punt.
Well, he's taking we're talking about their quarterback. He's taking what we're giving him, but you gotta run a route and try to get that first down behind the sticks. They're going to go for it. Now it's going to be punt. Punt formation. We'll see if the fake comes out of this.
They tried it once, and it turned into an interception. Butch Canals just had a punt return touchdown. No touchies to the 28-yard line. And the Lynx will have the ball there.
Offensively, keep it on the ground. Keep on gaining a ton of yards on the ground because you're going to see, I believe, Muchkenhouse, I think he's going to play a little bit of running back as he's on the field here to stay with the offense, and that's okay. You get him some reps there too. Like we said, we just don't know when you're going to be called upon, and these reps are crucial as you move on to the second round.
Muchkenhouse in the backfield. Tommy Skolton is in the game, and it'll be a handoff to Mark. And Muchkenhouse, he's got a nice run, and he's not stopping until he's at the 40-yard line, and that's a gain of 12. Liburg on the tackle. That'll be a first down.
You gotta love that by number 28 there. He, a lot of great players have wore that 28, and he's just keeping those legs going. And hey, he's a little bit smaller in stature, but they're hard to bring down usually.
Play fake. Skolton throws. Siegfried couldn't quite catch up to it. It's incomplete. Tried to make a one-handed catch. Skolton 5 of 10 in this game. Hasn't had to do much.
Yeah, that's a catchable ball. Go up with two hands and catch that ball. I don't know why you're trying to, I don't know if you want to call it cute or whatever you want to call it, but, make a highlight reel or whatever. Maybe Kelland will put you on or something like that. But just go catch the ball. Put two hands on the ball and catch it.
2nd and 10. Muchkanaus in the backfield, shimmies away, and he gets to the 45. So a nice run. It looked like things were falling apart in the backfield.
Well, it's hard to tackle him.
Yeah, it is.
He's a little bouncy, a little shifty, and you go from a Jesse Steffel or Tate Johnson, and all of a sudden you go to a smaller statured player, and it's just the level that you have to tackle is just a huge, huge difference.
3rd and 5. Officials timeout. Muchkanaus tossed his hand warmers away and couldn't get him quite to the sideline because he had to go line up. So the refs kind of bail him out there. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 from the 45. Clock runs, 7 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Lynx 40-0. They give it to Muchkanaus, and he gets the first down. He sprints to the right side. He's down to the 39-yard line. Liebig on the tackle again. It'll be another first down for Brandon.
Boy, those holes are huge. Man. I mean, running through those is a luxury. It is a huge luxury. All 4 of us could have ran through that with a ball, and none of us would have got tackled. Yeah, and Harry Buck could have too.
I would pay $1 American to see that. Not a penny more. 1st and 10 for the Lynx. Here he is again, and he gets loose. He's to the 25, cuts away. The kid's got moves to the 10-yard line. Finally taken down by Brady Freeland. First down, Lynx. Look at him go.
Boy, sometimes it's just good to be good.
It helps.
I mean, it's really good to be good.
I wouldn't know.
I would not want to play this team, this Lynx team, as right now, the last 2 games, 80 points on the board already in combined 2 games, and this offense is just working.
Devin Jones checks in at running back, and he gets the call. Jones pushes the pile for a second. Haven't seen him run the ball much this season. McKnight on the tackle. That'll be 2nd down. It's nice to get some of these other running backs into the 4-man rotation if they keep running the ball like this.
Hey, just let it keep on rolling. We want them to run the ball. And stay true to your game, and don't force any throws. Just don't be cute, and just keep on playing your game.
Here he is, up the middle, to the end zone. Touchdown, Brandon Valley Lynx. Devin Jones says feed the beast as he gets into the end zone. And the Lynx take a 46-0 lead.
Isn't that cool from that coaching staff to get Devin Jones in? He's a senior.
Yep.
And he scores in a playoff game, and that's a special feel for that kid. Is that he hasn't seen a lot of time at that running back position, and man, that's just a feel good moment for him in the team.
The Lynx have 297 rushing yards in this game. Extra point. Jory hits it, and it's 47-0. The Harry Buck team at Hague Realtors are the people to call in the Brandon Valley area for all your real estate needs. Call Harry at 605-366-0221 or just go to harrybuck.com to learn more about available properties in our area. Harry and his partners, Miriam Hackler and Susan Anderson, are your hometown team of real estate professionals.
Alliance Communications is the leading internet, cable TV, and phone provider in the Brandon Valley area. Alliance customers have access to 100% fiber to home, which puts them light years ahead of most households throughout the country. We are proud sponsors of Lynx TV. The First National Bank of Brandon are proud supporters, and our student checking account is perfect for those 25 and younger. It provides convenient access to tools like e-alerts and mobile banking while on the go. We are proud supporters of all things Brandon, including that new baseball complex, the First National Bank Field at Aspen Park.
Touchback. Jory unloads on that one, and it heads into the end zone. Lynx will get the ball here.
The Pizza Ranch of Brandon are proud supporters of Brandon Valley activities and the finest pizza in town. Bring the family for our buffet before the game or order our delicious boasted chicken or pizza after the game. Calls at 605-582-6322, and we will deliver it to your doorstep, tailgater, or wherever you are in town. Go Lynx.
Wade, you should go get us some Pizza Ranch. Oh, Wade's already running. He's already down the bleachers. So first down and 10. Meisman with an empty backfield. Dump over the middle, off the hands of the wide receiver, Junkloss, and it's incomplete. And Meisman, he's throwing some heaters in there, man.
He does. Sometimes you just take, we understand you got a cannon, number 8, we get it. But to be accurate, to be an accurate quarterback, you got to take some speed off the ball when it's needed. And that's how become accurate. And yeah, he's a sophomore, give it to him. But, man, does he have a cannon on him. He does.
5 of 14, 67 yards, and 3 interceptions in the game. This is a handoff to the left side, tackled on the play by Parker Reed. It was Iverson on the run, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 8.
So defensively, we still have the starters in, and it's a 47-0 ball game, and maybe they're going to play them through to the third quarter and let the fourth quarter happen. It looks like they're warming up. The backup quarterback, and we're talking about Brandon Valley, is Aiden Lloyd's warming up on the sideline.
He's warming up with Brett Caddy, who is a junior center. 3rd and 8. Run to the left side. Now they're going to try to throw it, and it is caught by the quarterback, Cole Meisman, on the throw from Remmers.
And he might be their best wide receiver, too.
He can do it all.
That's pretty smooth play there. They had, but really, to be honest with you, Kyle, is that you're never gonna. Yeah, let's just talk about SDSU. Okay, you got a running quarterback and you got a big arm quarterback in Taryn Christian. Well, they spread the ball out. I mean, it's just as an offensive coordinator, you play to your strength, and right now the strength is not packing that in for that quarterback. It's being able to utilize his legs and spread it out.
Here's a keeper on a direct snap. I believe that was Jeremy Weidman again. Tackled by Hofer, no gain. Now maybe they need to give him about a yard.
Yeah, that's what their head coach is used to running. That's what he's going to run, no matter who it is at quarterback. But one thing I know about the Brandon Valley offensive staff traditionally is they're going to play to their strengths, and I don't care if they're going to run the ball. If they got a running team, they're going to run offensively. If they're throwing, they're going to throw. We've seen it multiple different years, especially with like when Scott Rawl was quarterback. Mm-hmm. They kind of ran the ball more, with Trevor Crow. Am I correct?
They did.
Am I getting this
they
right?
Did with Sam.
So, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, you pretty much took the words right out of my mouth. They've been a team that has adjusted offensively. You had Van Leeuwen and Sumner, who really like to throw it deep, and then you started pounding the rock with Tanner Tott and Trevor Crow, and then with Braden Peterson coming here, and it's
Chase Marceau, and so you have to play to your strength, and I'm not seeing that from the other side of the ball, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Here's a handoff to Remmers. It's out of bounds near the 42-yard line. Tackled by Hansen. First down, Rapid City Central. Clock winds to under 2 minutes.
In the third quarter, 47-0, opening round of the high school playoffs, 11 AAA here in Brandon. We said that one of the big games is going to be Washington, Watertown, the 4 and 5 seed at the top of the bracket. Roosevelt, the number 1 seed at the top of the bracket, won handily, and so did O'Gorman at the top of the bottom bracket that Brandon's in.
Meisman, too tall, incomplete. Intended for Weber. Good coverage by Colbeck. Colbeck's had a really nice game. Make no mistake, regardless of what the score is, I know this Lynx coaching staff and I know this team, and they want this shutout, regardless of who is on the field. They want to make a statement here, and they do not want Rapid City Central to get into the end zone.
But you do have to play smart, okay, and hopefully they say, okay, third quarter we go into the fourth. Now it's not injuries happen, and we know it, okay? The turf can be evil, and so even though that it's great. And so you don't want injuries to happen, and sometimes and kids need playing time. You don't know what's going to happen.
Play fake from Meisman. Dump over the middle is dropped. Another drop. This time Aaron Iverson. Boy, he's got – Meisman's probably got 11 incompletions in this game. I bet you 6 or 7 of them have been dropped.
And a lot of it is he's firing the ball. Okay, he's just throwing. He's just throwing to throw. But that's a sophomore. We got to give it to him. Not a lot of sophomores can walk into a playoff game, and especially a defense that is as good as the Lynx defense this year. Not a lot of sophomores can come in and just light the world up. And so, it's a learning curve for him, but I truly believe they have something.
Meisman will throw, got to move the sticks. Look out, here comes pressure. He gets away from one, throws it deep, and it is incomplete.
So now you saw it offensively, but they put out 4 receivers there. They actually spread the ball out.
Yeah.
And you see how he was able to elude the pressure. And his maturity is going to be, well, just take it and run there. He could easily probably gained the first down there, but he threw the ball, and I get it. But I think he would be so good in a spread offense.
Yes.
Because I can just see it in him, and hopefully you folks can see that too. Is that that kid's got a lot of talent. I'll give it to him, and the scoreboard's not saying what his talent is, but I think they got something.
Muchkanaus back. Could this be a fake? Well, it's a bad snap, but they do get it off. Don't touch. And it's down at the 28-yard line. So here comes the Lynx offense. And we'll see who comes out here.
Well, they're going to go with Aiden, I think.
Yep.
Aiden Lloyd, the backup quarterback. So Coach Garrow and the staff have decided, hey, let's get these kids some playing time.
Put them on ice.
Exactly. Let's move the first string offense to next week, and let's take care of business. The rest of the business here, but really smart move by that coaching staff at this point.
Yep, and Ciliuson is still in. Muchkanaus is in the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Lynx from the 28. Lloyd hands it off, and Muchkanaus got a run for his life here. He did elude one tackle, but he was tackled on the play by T.J. Morrison.
And I'm not going to put down the second string offensive line, but To me, that's probably the first negative yards we've had, and that tells you how special. I think it's Rogo.
Rogo.
Yeah, Rogo, Vanderbush, Bennett, Harrison, and Grody on that front offensive line. It's just, they are a special group.
And they're going to hand it off again, and again, there's nowhere to go. Logan Hill made the tackle, and Ryan Barker was the running back in on that play. He's a junior. Not a lot of touches for him so far this year. Nice to see him in the game.
That's going to end that third quarter.
Yeah.
And that is the end of the third quarter with your score. The Lynx 47.
See if the Lynx can hold on here.
The Brandon Community Foundation is a permanent charitable endowment that supports activities that improve the quality of life for all ages in Brandon and in Valley Springs. For more information, go to our website at brandoncf.org. Go Lynx. Another Lynx TV sponsor is the McKinney-Olson Insurance. Steve Tripp and the team at McKinney-Olson Insurance is a proud supporter of Lynx TV. We are your long-time local insurance agency, and we will go the extra mile to gain your trust and give you peace of mind that we have you covered. The Brandon Valley Area Chamber of Commerce is a proud sponsor of Lynx TV. The Chamber of Commerce is dedicated to help speak for and support local businesses. A strong local business community is vital for the positive growth of the Brandon Valley area. So remember, when you do buy Brandon, you support all things local. Go Lynx. The Brandon Valley Journal is your local news source covering all 11 Brandon Valley areas, Brandon Valley sports every week with stories and photos. Give them a call at 605-582-9999 to subscribe today.
Lloyd's first pass to the right side is caught by Ty McCann, who makes the catch, and that's going to be a gain of about 7 yards near the 27-yard line. So that's going to be a fourth down, and I think this is the first punt that the Lynx offense has had today.
Hey, that's okay. It's you probably will have to punt next week, so work on it.
It's a high punt, very high punt, and it takes a Rapid City Central bounce.
And hopefully we got that out of our system for next week. Well, hopefully we don't punt.
Yeah, just don't punt.
Right? I mean,
how hard is that to understand?
I mean, geez.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
All right. The Brandon, I just talked about the Brandon Valley Journal, and I kind of read their number, their phone number a little fast there, so we'll give them a little bit more of a shout out. If you want to subscribe to the Brandon Valley Journal, give them a call at 605-582-9999.
Pretty easy to remember.
It is. That's a great number.
First down and 10 for Meisman. And it's a direct snap to Remmers up the gut. Remmers gets to the 41-yard line, so a gain of about 4. Looks like Micah McGee was in there on the stop for the Lynx.
Well, they haven't crossed the 50 much, if at all. I mean,
I think maybe one time.
Yeah, in this game. So this Lynx defense will have to, step up here a little bit and keep that 0 on the board. The shutout's huge, like Kyle said, and that's what they want.
Second down and 7 from the 42. Meisman, nope, it's going to be another run from Remmers, and Remmers breaks a tackle, heads down the right side. He's dragging Lynx defenders across the 35 to the 29-yard line. So a nice run for Remmers and a first down. Weber on the stop. And now Rapid City Central is knocking on heaven's door. Copyright Bob Dylan. It'll be a first down from the 29. Nobody liked the Bob Dylan reference? Okay, here we go.
Loved it.
Okay. Remmers again. I'm seeing a trend here. Should I broadcast the rest of the game with my Bob Dylan voice?
Do you have one?
Hand off to the left side.
Oh boy.
No, we won't. We won't do that. We won't do that to the fans.
Well, maybe you made them laugh. I mean,
Yeah,
they might be
hopefully.
laughing.
I haven't made
already,
anybody
sitting
laugh
in
since
the easy
2003.
chair and at 212 and wherever,
Yeah.
you know, the VFW, wherever you're watching the game tonight.
And we appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
So it's been Remmers who's gotten a bulk of the carries, and he does again. They're not even carries; they're direct snaps. And he goes up the gut, tackled by Burke Weber. And that'll bring up another first down for Rapid City Central. So Lynx defense starting to bend a little bit.
Well, and Rapid City Central has kind of waved the white flag too. Is that they're not throwing the ball; they're running the ball, and they're down 47, and their starting offense is still on the field. Our second string defense is on the field, and they're gaining a little bit of yards, but we'll see how we hold here.
Remmers is with him again. And they run it again. Sweep right for Remmers. And he was tackled right near the 10-yard line. It was McGee again on the stop for the Lynx, gain of about 7 yards.
Made by number 13, Micah McGee. 7-yard gain on that
Don't have a
play.
score, but the Houston Texans were playing tonight in the NFL. I've been told about 17,000 times who they're playing, but they're playing the Miami Dolphins. Brock Osweiler. World Series Game 3 tomorrow night again in Los Angeles.
Twins have a new head coach.
Rocco Baldelli.
Things are on the upswing.
Hopefully. And this is a keeper by number 56, Jetson Olsen. That's not a number you see in the backfield too often.
I bet he's a senior. What do we want to say?
He is a senior.
Yeah, they're getting in some playing time, and that's good.
Rapid City Central fans just going nuts over there.
They are.
Do you remember when Bob Uecker on the movie Major League had to put the microphone out of his window to try and create some sort of atmosphere? Yeah, that's kind of what it was over there.
Yeah, it was.
I wouldn't want to drive all the way here this cold and sit out here and watch this, but here's the option play, and holy smokes, did Devin Jones ever just destroy Tate Remmers in the backfield.
Boy, that touchdown put a little aggressiveness in Devin Jones because he just made a tremendous play.
And that's good containment by your corner.
It is. Great play by Devin Jones, but even a really good play by the defensive end. I believe that was on that option. He's all about on an option play. He takes the quarterback and he forced the pitch. And Devin Jones wrapped up.
4th and 10. Lynx fans are still into it here. They want to stop. And shoot, we got a flag.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense number 45, 5-yard penalty.
Braden Dibdahl caught with his hands in the cookie jar there. Do appreciate the aggressiveness.
Well, if you're a defensive coordinator here, Kyle, where do you think they're going to run it? They're going to yeah, I'll let you say it.
Well, I think they're just going to give it to Remmers.
Yeah, direct snap, and it's going to be a sweep right. It's the wide side of the field. Here it comes.
Good call by Tony Romo. It was Tony Romo-like. Into the end zone, touchdown. Rapid City Central scores.
And that's not a coaching thing. Your players, your players have to recognize that. It's the wide side of the field. It's something they got to recognize. And so the 0 becomes a 6.
Dang it.
Yeah, I was hoping for it, but yeah, you were too.
Well.
And you were at home too, or wherever you're at. But it's still 47-6.
Yeah, but I don't know. Rapid City Central has all 3 timeouts. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. You're right.
They do. am I lying?
No.
Am I not telling the truth?
Has a timeout even been taken in this
I
game?
don't think so. I think one.
One. We were told one. Oh.
Here is a direct snap to number 56, Jetson Olson, who throws it to Logan Hill, senior to senior. 2-point conversion is good for Rapid City Central.
Man.
Play of the year.
So how long's the bus ride? Back to
5.5, 6 hours on a bus.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
will be talking about that all the way home. It's going to give them something.
Sizzler for a milkshake. Sizzler still exists, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Me neither. Go down to the old watering hole.
The Brandon Taco John's.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Sign up
All right.
for the Taco John's rewards app on your phone, or lots of deals and surprises. We have new and exciting products to choose from, and it's always made fresh, just for you. All of us at Taco John's want to thank you for your business. Go Lynx.
Schoenemann Construction specializes in residential and commercial construction, serving the Brandon area for nearly 40 years. They truly are builders of reputation. Give Stan, the ladies' man, a call at 605-366-7842 for all your construction needs. And the Brandon Valley Athletic Booster Club are proud supporters of Brandon Valley athletic programs, including Lynx TV. Go Lynx. On the return for Brandon Valley, and it's a good one from Muchkanaus. He's already got a punt return touchdown down the left sideline, 40, and he's out of bounds near the 35-yard line.
And we got a flag. My guess is that it's going to be an illegal hit.
No! Sorry.
My
That's too bad.
guess is on number 80. Well,
During the return, holding,
no.
number 30,
Yep.
return team,
Holding against Andrew Hansen.
from the spot of the foul. First down, Brandon.
So 5:28 to go.
Yep. I think it'll be a run the rest of the game here, and
Well, I would hope so.
maybe a hook and ladder.
Maybe.
If they run a hook and ladder on this drive, I will leave town.
Well, folks, so this is going to be our last, unfortunately,
Yeah.
our last broadcast for football in 2018, and it's been a pleasure, and we'll talk about it here in a little bit.
First down handoff up the gut.
We want to really thank the Lynx TV sponsors, because all these businesses are the reason you're at home, or we were told that they had it on at 212 and the VFW, but thank these Lynx TV sponsors if you go to their business and support them, and we're just so fortunate to be able to do this in this community. A lot of communities will tell you, and teams will tell you that they don't have this. They just don't. I mean, even in Sioux Falls, I mean, they don't really. They rely on the radio stations, and I get it. But the whole thing is that we're able to do this because of the Harry Buck team at Hegg Realtors, Alliance Communications, Schoenemann Construction, the Brandon Valley Athletic Boosters Club, the First National Bank of Brandon, the Pizza Ranch of Brandon, the Brandon Community Foundation, the Brandon Valley Journal, Brandon Taco John's, McKinney Olson Insurance, and the Brandon Valley Area Chamber of Commerce. Thank you guys for allowing us to do this, and the Lynx are going to move on, I hope.
Maybe.
That's my prediction. They're gonna move on, and they're gonna be playing the number 2 seed O'Gorman. I think it'll be a Thursday game, right?
I'm sorry?
It'll be a Thursday game?
I'm not 100% sure about that. I'll post it on my Facebook and Twitter accounts, regardless of whether it's home or away. I'll make sure. I'll try to remember to do that. And I might even talk to Randy after the game just to see. And a nice special teams tackle by Caden Johnson and Mark Muchkanaus.
Well, and here's the thing, okay? That's to punch the ticket into into state, and so that state finals game, and even though we can't bring it to you live, show up at the game and support this team, because this team is pretty darn good. For those of you that have followed and those of you that tuned in just for this game, you can see the score, and it's going to be a heck of a ball game over at O'Gorman.
And if you pay me money, if I go to the game next week, if you pay me money at Howard Wood Field, I will broadcast a play for you. It'll be $50,000 a play.
On Twitter.
I might go. Handoff on the play and a nice run on first down. Tackle made by Burke Weber. Bob Logan needs to turn his mic on.
Do we have any more of these to read?
Just one more, and I got to wait till after the game.
Oh, okay. So
this is a big one. Oh,
stay tuned after the game. We got to read you something.
South Dakota High School Activities Association, our last read. This is the last card. The last card. That's my Johnny Carson. It is so cold. 2nd down and 4. And the pass over the middle is caught. Nice throw from Meisman. And it's caught by number 44. That is Keenan McKnight.
Yeah, and he did have a little bit of touch on that ball. He didn't just rocket it in there. And I'm telling you, man, everybody, it's going to. They could have something special there. I just have a good feeling about this quarterback.
So 1st down, another throw from Meisman. Steps up, and down he goes. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And that'll be a loss of about 4 yards. And it was number 54, Eli Klein. He is a sophomore, he's a junior. We're going to bring up a 2nd down. 2 minutes, 2:15 to go here. Got a game MVP in mind?
Those lines. I mean,
I'm glad we mentioned them.
It's just a big luxury to have 2 good lines, and that defense and offensive line is just. It's such a luxury to have that, and it's so crucial in the playoffs. It is a massive thing to have, and there's a lot of positivity happening there. And it's hard not to give it to Jesse Steffel with 4 touchdowns, I think.
Yep, that was Wade's choice.
And but who's your MVP?
Boy, it'd be tough not to go with Jesse. Isaac Rodriguez made a great defensive play, by the way, on 2nd down. That should be enough for a 1st down on the handoff by Corollas. But, yeah, I mean, the offensive lines and defensive line have both been so good. But I'm going to give a consolation prize because I gave it to the Lions last week. Mm-hmm. And even though they've performed just as well this week, I'm going to have like Cedric Diggory and Harry Potter in the Goblet of Fire touching the trophy together at the same time. Tate Johnson and Jesse Steffel. I'm giving it to them.
Yeah, and they're a product of what that offensive line does, and it's just in the defensive line. I mean, you can't run against this Lynx defense, and hopefully that stays true next week because O'Gorman's going to want to run the ball. And we know that they have.
It's going to be very different than it was last
year. Very
game.
good quarterback on the ground, and you got to force him to throw the ball. That's my belief. And we'll see what happens next week.
And that should be the final play of the game, up the middle, and is stopped, and that will do it. The Lynx picking up the 47-8 victory over Rapid City Central. They will move on, and they do play the O'Gorman Knights, correct, gentlemen?
Yes, they do.
No, they're going to run one more play. Meisman, he's going to throw into the end zone, and it's apropos. Intercepted by the Brandon Valley Lynx. And what a way to end this one. It was intercepted by Jordan Block. The senior in his final home game here at Brandon Valley gets the interception.
Good for him.
Final score 47-8. We'll have it live stream, the senior walk on the last home game of every year, playoff or regular season. This situation, it was playoffs. We're going to have the seniors walk across the field, first time on the turf. And once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Harry Buck team at Hague Realtors, Alliance Communication, First National Bank, Pizza Ranch, Brandon Community Foundation, McKinney Olson Insurance, the Brandon Valley Area Chamber of Commerce, Brandon Valley Journal, Taco John's, Shoneman Construction, and the Brandon Valley Athletic Booster Club. Before we go, meet Josh. Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate. Hey, don't forget my tenacious defense. And he's my son. This is not true. I do not have a son named Josh, just so everybody knows. So what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be? He plays tennis. Studies show that student athletes here in South Dakota who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning, gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends. Don't get me wrong, hoops are his first love. Tennis just gives him a little break. So when the season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrations Association.
Well,
yeah, that'll do it right there.
Well, it's been fun, Kyle.
Yeah.
We'll boil this over to basketball, but the Lynx have a massive, massive game coming up next week to punch their ticket to the Dome. And so we'll see how that works out, but it's been great. A great football season is just always that way, isn't it, Kyle?
Always.
It's just always that way.
Yep.
And we're so fortunate to be able to call games here in Brandon and for Lynx TV. And we want to thank you all for tuning in every week. Hopefully you'll be able to do that here coming up in the basketball season for boys and girls and every other sport that Lynx TV covers throughout the year. So it's been great, and go Lynx, and they move on.
Final score, 47-8, Brandon Valley Lynx over Rapid City Central. For Kyle Roque and Ken McCune, have a good night.
Good night.